I'm going to walk you through the easiest high round strategy on the Numa map in Vanguard Zombies. This strategy is so busted, you can get to whatever round you want to get to, round 100, 200, 300, all the way up until your game crashes. This is one of the most busted strategies in COD Zombies history. Going to do it step by step, really easy to follow through. Starting off with the class setup, we're going to be using the MK11 launcher. I know it's a kind of weird thing, but trust me, this is what you're going to be spawning in with. And then for the field upgrade, we're going to be using Frost Blast. Frost Blast in this game is just a better version of Aether Shroud. It's going to save you in a lot more situations where Aether Shroud wouldn't have. Same thing, Ring of Fire. I'm not going to recommend using that because it's really been nerfed in this game. Out of all the field upgrades, if you're trying to go for high rounds, Frost Blast is definitely what you want to pick. So once we load into game, the very first thing we want to do is buy the SVT off the wall. We're not going to be keeping this. We're only going to have it for a few rounds. I'm not going to use the MK11 launcher because I'm going to end up downing myself. This thing is not good until you build it up correctly. We're going to stay in the spawn room until we get 5,000 points. So sit here, use the SVT, shouldn't be that bad, achieve 5,000 points, and then we're going to move on. To speed this up, at the start of every round, I activate the Rampage Inducer. You actually got to do an Easter egg to be able to see this on the map. I'm going to have a guide for that linked below. What I do is I activate the Rampage Inducer, let the zombies get close to being in the map. Once they get close to being in the map, I then turn it off just because it takes forever for the zombies way out there to walk in here. Now you can see it's round 3 and now all the zombies are here ready for us to kill, and it just makes these early rounds go by a little bit quicker. Once we have the 5,000 points, we're going to go ahead and start heading to the dig site. The setup process for this is the only hard part, and it's not even that it's hard, it's just a little bit RNG dependent, so it's going to take a little while. Once we're at the dig site, we're going to get rid of the SVT and we're going to pick up the combat shotgun. This is the weapon we're going to be using for the foreseeable future. It is definitely the best wall buy on this map. Okay, zombie, I guess that's the thing. From this point, we're just going to sit here and build up points at the dig site because we're going to need points to open up the map, and we are going to be building the WunderWaffle. Obviously, you could try to get it out of the box past round 10, but I think the easiest way to go ahead and get it done is just to go ahead and do the Easter egg to build it. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video, but most of you guys probably already know it, and I am going to have a guide linked below that only takes a few minutes to watch if you want to do it. But before we build the WunderWaffle, I am going to pack a punch the shotgun just to make our life a little bit easier. First thing I always do with my salvage is buy armor. Armor is super important in this game, and before you're buying decoys or anything else, make sure you're upgrading your armor to max. And then for the first 4 sacred hearts you get, you want to use those to upgrade Frost Blast. We are going to be buying covenants, however the legendary ones aren't going to be spawning until later, so if you buy them with a covenant now, you're just going to end up replacing it in a little bit. Now once you've built the WunderWaffle, unfortunately you are going to have to get rid of the shotgun. We are going to need the MK11 for our high round strategy, and it's really annoying to try to get out of the box. I prefer just to keep one that spawn in with. It is a different option. If you do want to have the WunderWaffle and shotgun now, you can always try to get this out of the box, but you'll probably end up buying the box a lot. Now we're gonna head back to the dig site to start grinding more points to be able to pack a punch our weapon, to be able to buy all of our perks. And every 3 rounds we are going to be checking the altar of covenants. There are 3 specific covenants we want to get, and we also want to get the orange legendary form of them. We want to get explosive experts. We do want the orange form of this. I'm going to save my covenant just in case there's multiple later. On top of this, we want to get death blow, and we want to get critical expertise. These 3 covenants are going to absolutely make the MK11 launcher insanely OP. The real thing is waiting for these covenants. It can take a lot of rounds for them to spawn in, and every 3 rounds is when it refreshes. Now I haven't said this, but this should be pretty obvious. Whenever you get cornered, use Frost Blast. That's what it's there for. Also, even if you have the unpack-a-punch version of the rocket launcher, you're going to be able to take out all the enemies that were frozen by it. But yeah, Frost Blast is super good at saving you if you ever get cornered, and you can charge up to 3 of them if you got it maxed out. Now even though we don't have a bullet weapon, we're going to still be able to really easily take out Zaballa. Every time she spawns in, you just want to take the WunderWaffle, shoot her right in the face. This is going to take her all the way down 1 mask each and every time. 3 shots to the face in Zaballa and she'll be gone, and that works on any round. Even on round 100 plus, it is just 3 shots. Oh well, we missed. Well, you do got to hit your shot, and there we go. 3rd shot, she's down. Oh, there we go. Critical expertise. That's one of the 3 covenants we need already. Now while we're waiting for the correct covenants to spawn in, going through rounds of the dig site is super simple with the WunderWaffle. Just train around in the circle that I'm running, shoot the WunderWaffle in the middle, and look for ammo boxes on the ground. I almost never have to buy ammo here on these lower rounds. Just look for the ammo boxes and you'll just continuously be generating ammo. Also, if you're worrying about ammo, use the equipment on the ground. The monkey bombs are really good. The decoys are good. Any of the fire stuff, the Molotovs, the incendiary grenades, all that stuff. I wouldn't really use the throwing knives, but yeah, the Molotov, look at this. Throw down a monkey bomb, throw down a Molotov, bunch of easy free kills, and those zombies are going to drop more ammo. So if you start running in ammo issues, just use the equipment. It's very strong in this. There we go. Sacrificial heart earned. That's a visual cue letting you know that the Altar of Covenants has updated. You're going to see that every single time, every 3 rounds. Unfortunately, still don't get the covenants we needed, but if you lose track, make sure you're just looking out for the sacrificial heart earned, and that's what's going to let you know to go check the covenant machine. There we go. We just got explosive experts. That's another one of the covenants we need. Now all we're missing is death blow. Explosive expert means we can start using the Mark 11 now because we can't damage ourselves. This essentially doubles your damage for the rocket launchers, and it makes it so you take no explosive damage on yourself when you get the final tier. Once we get death blow, we're also going to have infinite ammo. We just got to finally get that last covenant. Now, once you got explosive expert, you can actually head into the back of the comm room. This is going to speed things up. However, we don't have all the covenants yet, so we are going to have a little bit of ammo issues. This is a little bit more risky. If you're not quite comfortable heading in here yet till we get the covenants, just go back to the dig site, sit there. But once I get the PhD covenant, our explosive expertise, I start just chilling in here for a little bit to go through these rounds quicker while we wait for the final covenant. Whenever this trap is ready, I go ahead, turn it on. That way it thins out the hordes of zombies. And if you do have to buy ammo, ammo is going to be right here for 5,000 points. You can buy it, but I try to not buy it unless you need to, because we still don't have a crap ton of points, and we could quickly end up running out of points if we start spamming it a bunch early on. Oh, and there's a Zaballa. Every time Zaballa spawns in, I try to go ahead, throw a decoy. I'll always keep a few and specifically save them for when Zaballa spawns in, because this is going to be the most dangerous part of this. Once she spawns in, throw a decoy, and then we're just going to use the WunderWaffle. That's going to be the main use of the WunderWaffle in this strat, is going to be taking down Zaballa. It's going to take 3 shots. We might have to end up using another decoy if she doesn't hurry up. There we go. Second shot. Activate the trap, throw another decoy, and there we go, finishing off Zaballa. Sometimes if things get a little bit risky, I'll throw a decoy and I'll run back out to the pit and then take care of Zaballa and come back. But usually on these early rounds, especially when there's only one, it's kind of easy. Just take care of her here. Also, monkey bombs work. If you can't get decoys, they just take a little bit longer to throw. But decoys are definitely preferred. And finally, here it is. Critical expertise on round 78. We now have the perfect setup for this rocket launcher, and it is going to be extremely good. Now, normally you're not going to have to wait till round 78 for this. This is the worst luck I've ever had. I've gotten it before round 45 on my other 2 attempts going to round 100 using this. We just got really bad RNG, but even still, we haven't really struggled and had any issues going down yet. And now that we finally got all 3 of these covenants, look at our ammo. Look at how very seldomly we're reloading and how we're constantly getting ammo back while we're shooting. These 3 covenants together work really well. So death blow is going to give you ammo back for critical kills. Critical expertise are going to make explosions count for critical kills sometimes. And then obviously the PhD one's going to make it so you're not taking explosive damage and your explosives are doing double the damage here. So we can just kind of run back and forth, spam, and we're almost never going to have to reload. Occasionally you are going to, but the ammo is going to keep going up. And if you're picking up ammo off the ground, look at that. Still haven't reloaded yet. Okay, there we go. Get a quick little reload in and then rinse and repeat. And then whenever you're in trouble, just use Frost Blast. Frost Blast is going to recharge back really freaking quickly. And if you do got to buy ammo, right here. And that's the main part of this strat. Like, this strat makes Vanguard zombies so easy. It is a little bit hard to set up because of the RNG, but if you're using the waffle and even without having all the covenants, this spot up here still works very well. But this is one of the easiest strats I've ever used in zombies. This is easier than anything I've done in Cold War. This is easier than anything we've done. And honestly, I can't think of any, maybe some like OG solidifier type stuff before pre-nerf, but this is really brain dead easy. You cannot mess this up. And at this point, all we're going to do is go back and forth, coasting to round 100. Remember, keep your decoys, pick them up off the ground, use those for Zaballa, and that's really it. That's the entire strat. Unfortunately, no. Once you get to round 100, there's nothing special you get. You don't get a calling card. You don't even get that much XP. The only reason to get to round 100 is to be like, hey, I've hit round 100 on this map. I'm ready for the next one. And it doesn't even have to stop at round 100. Past round 55, zombies hit the health cap on this game. And it's going to be the same on round 81 as it is on round 200. So that round we just passed right there, it's going to be the same on round 300. So you can pretty much go using this strat until your computer crashes, your PC crashes, whatever you're playing on. And then finally, one other question I get a lot is why I don't use the ray gun. The ray gun in Vanguard isn't terrible, but it's just not that great. It's outclassed by a lot of other weapons, and you're way better off using the rocket launchers. The rocket launchers are going to be safer to use, they're going to do more damage, and they're going to kill zombies quicker. So, because none of the covenant setup we have right now, the covenants aren't affected by the ray gun. So you're not going to get this infinite ammo, constant spammy type stuff stuff with the ray gun. And since the covenants don't affect the ray gun, once you get covenants, the ray gun is just completely outclassed. So I would not recommend the ray gun. It's good for lower rounds, but it's not really something that's going to be too helpful as you get to the higher and higher rounds. But with that, boys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you guys want to see more easy, simplified guides like this, make sure to sub to the channel. If you love to like or comment, I appreciate you a ton. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.